guys. Thanks for joining for another session, remote viewing session. Today's tag is 060503 from crvviewer.com. I did start it on Friday, but just never got past the admin's page because life happens. So I'm restarting this off this morning after all the chores are done. I've got the intent, eager, emotional stress. So get back and do conditioning. Let's do it. Da 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 da. Itchy back, happy, willing, happy. This is physical state. Learn more about me and love me too. Anyway, this is the admin page, and I've got my little thing below. I will colour this in once I find out the picture, and I will do a bit of artwork. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's do the session. Let's go. Just take my jersey off. Fairly cold day in Auckland, New Zealand today. Yay! Merry Christmas, everybody. Alright, let's do this. It's like I can feel goosebumps on my arms. I can see goosebumps on my arms, but it feels like wind is blowing across my hairs. Sort of thing. Not feeling much other than coldness. I can feel something here on my arm, so I might just make that a number 1. I feel something there too. This feels long and hard. Alright, so that's 3. I feel some difference here. Okay, let's try 4 spots. Spots where I felt. So feels like land. Let's give it land. Straight. Okay, I won't put 3 there. I'll make it part of 2. I'll put 3 here because this is trailing off. Hill. Let's do this. probe arm. These are the arms that represent my hands. Usually the form would be there, so how I illustrate my impressions for those is that I draw them. I'm getting two pretty distinct feelings coming through. There's a big cold spot in the crook of my arm. This feels like a structure of some kind. Structure. Cold point. Let's go touch 2. It's very interesting. This one still felt the pressure of the cold. Pressure. Cold on this side. This feels like my hand's blowing up like massive. Still super cold there. This feels like a fist. Okay, let's go. Exploded. Up. Expanding. Enlarging. Big. Fist-like. Right hand. So what I feel is like my hand's this small if I do my thumbs and fingers and stuff, but it feels like a big giant pressure, like a fist. Like everything feels further away from my hand, but all the activity's there. Bigger, that's it, bigger, enlarging, expanding, exploded up, fist-like right hand. So that was touch 2, touch 3. Checking if I've got you in the right place. Alright, let's do 3. My last finger feels like it's so right hand, pinky, super cold, super cold. time to time. Touch 4. So as far as touch 4 goes, all I can feel of like points, cold dots all over the. So like tingly cold dots all over that side of my right hand. Tingly cold dots. I might just do bloody texture down this side really. I don't want to waste my paper, so let's go. Something long, hard. Feels smooth. Probe sense. So that's my right hand again, and what I can feel. I feel tingling sensations in my hand, across my knuckles, across some hardness across my fingers, so hard. Across knuckles. So on this particular spot, my knuckles feel weird. They feel numb, light. It's like they happen all across this band. Now the hands, these do feel long and hard. My knuckles feels different. Something moving, movement, maybe. It's sort of felt a tingle go across my knuckles. Now the words that come to mind are sort of numb, light. It's like a light wood, like a balsa, like light wood, like balsa wood for those craft planes. It's like everything up until this point is like tingling, different, get tingling. But as soon as it heads up to this point, it turns really light, like a light structure, light wood. And I don't feel anything after that. That's probably the close. Light wood. Feels numb, feels like light wood, light balsa wood. Okay, let's do texture 2. Okay. I'll use the probe response. It's a bit weird feeling. Felt like floating in my arm, like my arm was floating in the air, floating, weightless. It's like I'm not putting any energy into it to hold it up, so it's like it's being held up. Held up. Held up. What was it? Right arm. That's a name that's coming to me. Floating, weightless, held up. Both arms sort of feel weightless. Held up. Okay, texture 2. More this side, more. Okay, so more on left. This is left arm, right arm. More on left side, then right. Okay, let's jump straight on to 3. Trying to increase the pace of these sessions to not linger. But I don't want to miss anything, so maybe it's a case of just practicing the light stuff and practicing the heavy stuff, you know, and understand how your body reacts to it. Because at the end of the day, you have to go by your own senses, really. It's great being told stuff, but really you have to venture into it. That's what I believe anyway. So let's do this. Texture 3. Oh, the probe action of that one just feels weak, not solid. I'm losing some probe energy in that, so it's like it's not hitting something solid and it's reflecting back. It's like really weak and light and sort of descriptors that describe it's not coming back as I expected as far as a solid object goes. It feels weak because it's not reflecting much of my probe energy back. It's not solid, maybe it's soft. Every time I probe, I'm getting all these goosebumps over my arms. It's like a layer of tingliness every time you probe. Well, in this session anyway. Alright, let's not dilly-dally. Texture 4. Not solid. Cold layer. Cross arms. Being layered as well. It's like you can feel it sort of wave. So it's not it's sort of a organized layout. I don't know, it feels really weird. Okay. Texture 4, got a thing coming through. Probe arm. It's like I can feel the current. I could feel like this could be just current air draft coming from the window. But it's coming down over my hands. Sort of loops around my thumb and forefinger. If I were to draw it, feels like it comes in that first finger, some does turn that way, so there's a curve in the finger that's kind of like this, and there's one that's going around this way. So I don't know what, like a current of water, or basically a flow going up, down the table, up here, around here, and around here. So that's where I lose it. So interesting. Let's move this on. Second page. Session. Was the last one? Texture 4. So we are now on temp 1. So it feels like there's a stiffness and coldness. Stiffness and coldness. If I have to be honest, there's tingly fingers as well, especially the last finger, the pinky. So coldness. How does it feel? So it feels like there's a metal bar inside my arm that's really cold, just along the outside. Still getting a lot of but I don't know if that's just the day. It's terrible outside, it's cold. I don't know if there are drafts in here, but everything acts as a challenge, as an opportunity to land, really. If it was simple, everyone would be doing it. Okay, so let's go number 2. Oh, I feel an emotional. Feels all right. It felt like I was riding in a what do you call those rides at the fair? And you go over those hills or those bumps, and you feel like you're rising out of your seat. I just felt that for my whole body. Oh man, I'm excited to see what it has then. What this photo is. So if I draw my ugly self, or myself, all I felt in this whole part, including my head, like slowly lifting off the ground, It's like a lifting of my upper body, lifting of upper body. So I'll try and explain it while I've still got the feeling. Like you're rising out of your chair in a Ferris ground ride, and you just feel that tingly, weightless sensation. That's what shivers down my spine now. So emotional feedback. Back. Let's go AOL. Lifting in fair ride. Now I won't describe let's describe the occasion. So I'm just associating it with something that I've recognized in my life. Emotional feedback. That was wicked. Felt like everything was sort of slowly lifting off ground, upper body. Alright, let's go number 3. Let's get some more. No temperature, but that's okay. Let's have fun. Okay, 3 for temp. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go here. Now, I feel cold in my arms. That's cool. I feel a large, wide expanse cold all across my back. Now it doesn't get warm, it just feels like more cold up top, but it's more cold, but not the same cold as that bottom one. It feels separate. I'll just put separate. Cold everywhere. Cold in my arms. Cold. That's what I can feel. Temp 4. Let's do this. My probe arm just got cold. My right arm's just got real cold. Feels like my hand's frozen. Let's do this. Hand feels like a lot more is just cold, freezing cold. Word frozen like. Temp 4. Let's do temp 4. I do get solid back. Solid. Extend the awareness to other parts of your body to look for those cold temperature impressions. So when I'm doing reprobe, I'm focusing on the picture and the pen where it touches that picture. And every time I say like temp or one of the things, textures, touch, I look at it and I stare at it intently. But when I stare at it, I have touch in my mind, not look. No, it's like when you want to focus on it, I replay myself. Touch. What do I touch? What do I feel and touch? It's not, am I using my visual skills or anything, or descriptors or anything? Just concentrate on when you touch it. Feel temp. So I'll do it with temp again. Temp in my body, temp on side. That feeling, frozen cold feeling, just used to hang in my hand, is now down my arm. It's like I'm going numb. Like, it's so cold it's numb. It sort of pops in my head. Numb. I can't feel it. Like the real world sensations, totally not attending to those thoughts. It's all about the impressions and what they bring to that table. Alright, so after temp we've got colour. Let's do colour. Colour 1. I close my eyes. I let the visions or colours in my vision space, if you want to call it, by my closed eyes. I let that settle, then I probe. Then I watch for the colours to come through. Close my eyes, probing. I got silvers, I got darks, blacks even, I've got blues. Silvers, darks, blacks, whites. Silvers, darks, blacks, whites. Maybe some reds. Silvers, darks, whites, blues. Get a lot of dots. coloured dots as well. That's number 1. Number 2. Closing eyes, settling, probing. So when I probe, whatever colours are there, because it's always constantly changing, then I probe and I see what colours come out from that point onwards, not the ones that were there existing. Whites, blues, darks, whites, blues, darks, whites, blues, darks. 3. Get some browns, greens, blues, greens, darks, browns, blues, green, dark, brown, blues. And even if the colours don't match up, this is good practice anyway. Greens, yellows, blues, darks, whites. Green, yellow, dark, blues, whites. Alright, next. Smells. It's really weird. It's like complex smell, right side, stuffier, stuffier ear, right side, stuffy ear, stuffy ear. Smelly, thick, it's very smelly, complex, greater than 2. It's really weird. It's like an environment, enclosed maybe. Stuffy. sweet. I can smell some sweetness. Outside. If it's stuffy, it could be inside, or it could be just a whole lot of stuff outside. I smell the cold moisture. Cold moisture. Maybe? Alright, let's do 2. Arms go cold. Cold breaths. Cold waves. Cold breaths. Skin tingles. Let's go number 3. Let's just check it inside. Alright. I thought someone was calling me, but they're not. Alright, let's do this. We are going for number 3. What is that? Smells like. What are words? Engine, mechanics. Do I smell oil? Oh, it's so cold. My nose can't smell. So cold. Nose isn't smelling anything. Oh, because it's just too damn cold. Too cold. Oh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? 3, one more time. Number 4. Let's do number 4. It smells like wood or leather. There's a spicy smell involved, spicy type smell. Spicy. I just can't place it. It's Is it spicy or really old smell? Old smell. Anyway, I really can't describe it. I really got to go through my descriptors for smelling, but it smelled like more like a leathery type smell, like material, old material. I don't know. Let's carry on. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do. Let's do this. So the last room where we're on, we're color 4, smell is 4. So we are heading into hearing. Okay, this one my favorite times. Let's do it. I can feel it. I feel all tightnesses in my head. Temples. So straight ahead. I got like these structures or pressures on either side of my head. Structure. Pressure. Very pinpoint. They're not long anymore. They're just very much into the sides of the head, temples of head. They do feel long though. It's really weird. Like I feel them poking in, and I feel them going long on my head, like the structures. Since I can feel this, let's see if we can do anything more with it. Probe energy is feeding me back solidness. Okay, hearing. Got 4 more, 3 more. Hearing 2. Goodness, something's coming out. Like I feel something long coming out. They're not horns. They sort of feel like they're coming out, but they're going hearing 2. I can feel something hard over the top of my head as well, so I'm just drawing the hardness as it is described, or as it is felt. Just long, something's coming out, so it can be just long and over, but something is happening at the temples. It's really weird. So temple, pressure, actually all of this. So pressure, visual, pressure, pressure D, visual pressure, VD. No, that doesn't, no. Visual description. So if there was a pressure description, would it go all the way out here? It feels like it would. Well, maybe I'll just put it's just a lot of pressure at that temple. I don't know what's going on. It's exciting. When you feel different things to your usual, it's exciting. because it's really the opportunity for learning something new. Yay! Hearing 3. What are we doing? Well, the pressure's gone. The verticals and everything else. Only the temple, flat straight across. Structure in head that can be felt. Let's try this again. You know what? That's weird. I had to take my glasses off. But the head felt like it was floating. How weird is that? So, I felt the thing above my head and around my head, so like a hat. Descriptor side, hat, AOL. Let's get rid of that. Boom. Hearing 4. Let's see what other physical things come up. That was weird. So if I were to draw my body position, it's sort of like the other one. It's sort of like only encompasses the upper body. Something feels like a cover. The words I have is cover, contain, envelop, protect. Those are sort of the things that I've got, and it only affects the upper body. Like when I probed, it's like rising energy, rising, like a rising anxiety, like a feeling. Then it turns into this protection where it feels like pressure is on the outside. Here. Yep. Feels like protection, feels like a shield, raising anxiety, raising feeling, and then it turns into this sort of shield. Let's see if I can probe this. I get waves all over my hand, just going down my arm. I get tingles all over my body, you know. You just feel energy rising. Anyway, I'm just going to go for a break. I'll see you back in a couple of minutes. Break. Hearing 4. So after hearing, we've got snapshots. Let's do a snapshot. Down. It looked like a corner of a building, really, or I was looking down here and I had layers coming across, so I thought there were floors and I thought this was the top of the building, and I just had to look all the way down to the, I suppose, the ground. Okay, so let's go number 2. So let's save some paper. What I did see, so I saw some large objects, and it looked like a large pathway. Well, not a path, actually, just 2 black things on either side. Go between. That's the feeling. The white path. Go down. Session 3. something here, something goes across, and there's something significant about this object. So it could be shapes. Okay, number 4. Something up there and something. Something converges on spot. See a lot of these. Could be an airport. Converge is the name that I need. Alright, so now that we've done stage 1, 2 and 3, and I believe I have a good connection with the target, let's do the matrix. Shuffling around to do the matrix. Let's do it. Matrix. One, two, three, 4. 06, 05, 03. Okay. Sensor rules. Over, buddy, weakness. So what I mean by that, it just feels like whenever I did the probe, it just a wave of like laziness, weakness. It's like most of my energy left, energy gone, energy lacking. Feels like a lacking of energy. Feels like my arms. Weightless. Floating. Sort of a floating way less. Not weightless, way less. So let's go next one. Boom, boom, magnitude. Magnitude. What have we got here? Ping. edge goes up. So ping. It's like there's a lot of things around me. But my back feels not as bad. Like, it doesn't feel the upness. Like I'm surrounded by stuff. Surrounded. Like, back seems less. Less or colder? Colder. Less surrounded. If that's what I mean. All right, so topo shapes. Oof, I got large shapes. Blocky. Heavy, some heavy. Can I get some shapes? I've got a point, so there's at least a point for a shape. I've never done a shape like this before for shapes. So just bring out the shapes. It's sort of like my guess the card, state the card game. Just ask for the shape. I'll give it to you. Energetics. This is detect any energy movements. Okay, so right now I feel cold in my back. Cold, almost a missing sensation. Yep, that's cold. Whew. Real cold. Cold all over, cold all over. Let's go subjectives. Emotions at the side. No. No emotions. Physical. Okay. So right now I'm just passing my hand in front of me, trying to feel the differences in energy in my arm, trying to create a picture of the physics on site, really. I can feel those. Okay, going up higher, going across. So, if I had to explain this, maybe I'll explain it later. So this is the ground level picture. What I might do is do another level type picture. This is me just winging it. This is not something I've practiced for. So. So if this was the bottom, that's the middle. All I'm really doing is just, for the bottom, I just pass my hand side to side in a square box in front of me, sort of here. And whenever I feel something, I will scribble. Felt. So as far as the middle layer goes, I'll just stick with 3. I'm trying to structure out my physicals, so at least give me an impression of some kind. Do a high hand pass. So what does that mean? It means that I'm sticking my hand up higher, so I at least get 3 levels of info. Let's go. So now what I'm going to do is do a physical with all these combined together. So let's see how we go. There's 2 levels. See if this works. This seems to be going back. Okay, let's see if we can't get any above. I get like 2 different levels of feeling. Something's pretty tall as well. So there's some stuff at the back, I think. There's this big thing in the middle. There's 2 levels. So one more. Oh yeah, there's something on the left side as well. So as far as that goes, this is probably the physical picture that I would go with. Physical. Anyway, looking forward to seeing it when we finish this. I'll just line this up again and see how we go. So the next one is 5 matrix 06, 05, 03 para. As paraphysical as anything non-physical. So let's give it a go. Okay, the only feeling I've got is like a windy, cold road in my back. Windy, not windy, wind. It is windy. Cold path in my back. So that's para. Para. Concepts. Let's get some words down. So let's play what pops up for the word. Alright, so word pop-ups, go. 60503. Staged, made, cold, flows, layered, envelop, change, protect. Alright, last one is symbolics. Show me a symbol of this site, picture, representation that I can draw on this paper. Oh, that's weird. It's like 5 sort of meeting of 5 people. Shape. Personal response, goosebumps. Goosebumps on skin. What else we got? We've got visuals, so let's bring up the visuals. We'll do the placement test. So basically, let's just lining up the paper, and let's go with our stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, let's start with land and see where we go. So we got land. So what I might do is show you what I do for this particular instance. So when I do the land, I then put up the first gestalt. So then I start in my mind a grid across that, and basically I start putting the next ideogram, which in this instance might be structure. So what I imagine, or what I practice in my head, is structure, 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 structure. So I start placing that ideogram or that gestalt around the first one. And the way I describe it is, if you're going to pet a dog and you're not sure about patting the dog on the head because you think it's going to bite, that feeling, that's the exact feeling. I don't think it's called distrust. It's resistance. So don't look too much into it. Just look at the simple feelings of that. type of situation where your muscles are slowly and cautiously approaching the dog with your hand. And that cautiousness, that resistance is what I'm talking about what I'm looking for when I'm placing the next gestalt. So I'll do one first, or I might do in my head. I will show you what I do. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, as you go through those grids or those positions around that first one, you will notice how your arm feels when you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you don't count, you just go here, here, here. You can count it as you're following the concept of moving around the thing, the first gestalt or ideogram. But really, the point is not putting the gestalt in those positions. The point is you're feeling your muscles when you put that gestalt in those grid boxes mentally. Can you feel the difference in your arms when you're systematically approaching this method by pretending to draw the gestalt? So when you pretend to draw it, you notice your arm, what it feels like. Does it feel natural going down? Not really. Do the next one. Nope. 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 And you can feel tension. You can feel the energy in your arms. That's what I'm trying to say. Once you get familiar with those energies in your arms, pinpointing that out next time is a lot simpler. It actually gets a whole lot easier because you're not thinking too much. You're actually using more of your feeling side of your ability. Because when you think too much, you're inserting doubt and a lot of opportunities for things to go wrong. But when you're with the feeling, when you're comfortable with that feeling, you just exercise it or express it, and it comes back. You don't have as much doubt or feeling towards, or any sort of abstract feeling towards that feeling. You just accept it. Yep, doesn't feel right, doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right, doesn't feel right, doesn't feel right. So that's the whole point. So when you get to a point when it actually feels right, you won't feel anything. It's like all the anxiety that builds up in your muscles or in your head, or that doubt disappears. So not disappears, it goes away. It's like nothing at all is affecting you. It's like, whoa, it feels like nothing. So it doesn't give you a signal not to put or to action or express that whatever you're trying to do. So once you feel something and something feels right, like it's not like a go do it. It's like a nothing. There's nothing in your way. It feels like there's nothing wrong with doing that move. And that's it. So along with the grids, that's all I do for the placement. The theory I'm trying to check out. Sorry guys, I'm going blabbering on, but because I'm close to the end of my session, I thought I'd explain how I do it. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, the grid placements, once you start getting used to it, you start noticing that feeling of when something feels right and when your body feels that it's wrong or it doesn't feel right. So when it feels right, it feels like nothing. When it feels wrong, you feel it. So after a while, that's the placement of the ideogram exercise. The exercise that it's really trying to practice in my space is making choices and using my body to feel if those choices are good before I do them. In poker, it's do I want to bet, do I want to call, or do I want to fold? Making those choices, and it does work in that situation because I've used it in that situation as well. It's about making, how can I put it, determining the outcome by the way you feel. Whether you win or lose, most of the time I did win, but that could be just coincidence really at the end of the day, but this is worth it, I think, because when you draw by feel, I think it's that feeling that you feel when you draw that something doesn't feel right, but when it feels right, you just go with it, which means you're free to draw whatever you want, and there's no attachment to it. There's no negativity, there's no this is right, this is wrong. It's just letting it flow. So yeah, just a bit of a spiel. So with this done and explained, sometimes, just the other day, you will sometimes want to, okay, this is the line, now this is the structure, so vary it. You want to do small placements, you want to do big ones, just the size might matter. If nothing's happening with the small placements, make it bigger. Make it bigger. I managed to do that with another one earlier when it had a structure over that person, that it only felt great when it was massive, like in comparison to what the first eddygram was. There. Anyway, let's go. Alright, so after all that, let's see if it works. Let's do this. Alright guys, that's it. I don't know why it looks like that, but that's why we got to test, why we got to practice and conclude and just have fun, flow with it. Okay, one more visual snapshot. Shapes. Alright, this was a real quickie nasty, so I just want to finish the session and let's get checking. Alright, session end.